I've been the owner of Movie Lovers for just over a year. I had been a longtime customer of Movie Lovers, and I was friends with one of the clerks, and I kind of asked him what the long-term story was, and he said, we're probably closing, the owner's retiring. March of 2014 was really cold, really snowy, and the owner came up to begin closing the store. He was going to start transitioning from renting to selling and sell off the inventory. And he called me and he said, I want to come back and talk about selling this. So I was kind of like, okay, it seems like it's coming into place, but maybe it's not supposed to happen. And I was like, I need a sign, and I lost my job. So with him calling me and offering it to me and losing my job and having talked to the clerks, and I kept coming back to the clerks and saying, you guys have got to, you've got my back, right? Because I don't know anything about owning a movie store. I just know that Bozeman loves Movie Lovers and wants it to stay open. And so I met with the owner on March 31st, and we traded hands, and I was open on April 1st. Prior to buying Movie Lovers, I was a manager of other businesses, and I always found that when you have a dedicated staff and you have people, you kind of just got to give them the room to succeed. And I hadn't, and now that I'm the owner, I kind of have to, I can't just talk the talk, I have to walk the walk. So, for me, I try to give these guys what I think is sort of a moral compass or a mission statement, and then I just contribute my little parts. But they run it. They run the show, and being able to be sort of an absentee owner and standing back and letting them do what they're really good at has been by far the most rewarding piece.
Well, I like working at Movie Lovers because I get to sort of expand my knowledge of film by having access to this huge catalog of stuff, and it's not, on Netflix or anywhere else. And so I like being able to do that, and more than anything though, I think I like being able to sort of refine my ability to talk about movies to people, from everyone from movie buffs to the layperson.
For at least someone like myself who loves a video store, I'm also very self-sufficient at finding my own entertainment. I know where to go. I know what to look for. I know what movies I'm interested in. I have very strong opinions, and I know what to look for. And a lot of people have trouble with that. A lot of people don't spend a lot of time in their heads like people like myself do. And so they need that person who does the legwork to do it for them, the person who's gone through and watched thousands of movies.
When I worked here, there's a sense of not quite authority, but knowledgeability. A person has established value by virtue of being a video store clerk, that they can pass on sort of information about a film. They know what they're talking about.
Being a cinephile is finding all these weird or cool or interesting films that just get passed over by the general populace. Finding those and then being able to point them out and show them to people who've come to trust your taste in movies, that's probably the coolest thing.
When you put together your pick section on an end cap and stocked it with the movies that you were passionate about, you always felt good when somebody came up and rented it, and you felt good that you could kind of have a conversation with people, and you start to enjoy those stories. Those were the stories that we still I'll still relate sometimes and bore people with.
That's probably the big advantage of having a local business, is having a staff and a customer base that are really friendly with one another.
That's actually really good. It's kind of about this. It's about this jazz drummer that's in a Juilliard kind of school.
I see a lot of the customers coming here not just to get a movie, but to have a conversation and have a relationship with the rest of the staff.
Have you seen Reanimator though before? It's like the perfect horror comedy where it's really bloody and intense, and it kind of has a lot of cool special effects on it and everything. Yeah.
This is pretty old. Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the '80s, but it's really hilarious.
I think the truth is that we have really great customers. If we were trying to do this in a town that didn't love movies as much as Bozeman does, it wouldn't have worked. And so we're very, very thankful to have so many people that like coming in, that want to talk to us about movies, and the fact that we can get paid to do so is great for us. If you want to go somewhere and talk about movies with somebody that's being paid to sit there and talk about it with you, but who enjoys it all the same, Movie Lovers is about it.
I have come to realize that, you know, there's a perception of the video rental store, and then there's a reality. And, you know, the reality is these guys are able to work and do what they love to do. The customers are thrilled that we're here. I'm able to be a mom first and be a small business owner. Everything lives its life, and so, you know, we're kind of measuring success in the fact that, you know, the excitement that we went under new ownership and remained open from the customers, and we've already succeeded.
Ideally, it'll always be a place for movie lovers, you know, a place where people can come to talk about movies and to sort of join that community.
If you appreciate the culture and the community and the connection, then, you know, that is somewhat irreplaceable.